Nation, what a wild weekend we had. NFL free agency or new league year is almost there. It's almost here, 2 days away from the week leader, but we have some big announcements happening. We got Way or No Way on this beautiful Monday. Russell Wilson to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Baker Mayfield gets the deal done. Chris Jones gets the deal done. The running back market is suspect at best. But first.
And now, Mike's thoughts.
The Cat Williams saga is still taking the internet by storm. If you guys do not know what I'm talking about, Cat Williams and my man Shannon Sharp did an amazing podcast, beginning of this year, about 2 months ago. It has like 25 million views. It should be 70 million. It has a lot of views. But Cat Williams said on the podcast that I could run a sub 4.4. Now, he wasn't really specific of when he said he could do it. Could he do it now? Could he do it back then? But nonetheless, my man, yes, he did run it on the basketball court like a, 4.4 or whatever it was, but that's obviously not 40 yards. He actually got on a turf field over the weekend. There's like 20 people there with their phones. My man ran a 4.9 40-yard dash at 52 years old. Mr. Cat Williams, let's just say he is not in the greatest of shape. He lives life recklessly, if you can say so. But that man ran a 4.9 40-yard dash. And people are still out there trying to dog the man. They're trying to dog the man and say, oh, that's no 4.4. That's no some 4.3, whatever. It's a 4.9 at 52 years old and not even training to do it. Cat Williams, you get my respect. I probably couldn't do that right now. Granted, I haven't tried to run full speed in about 5 years, but let's just say I probably couldn't do it. In my heyday, you could say I think my fastest time was like a 4.5, high 4.5, like a 4.59, almost 4.6. I thought I was flying. Come on, 4.9 at 40 yards or at 52 years old. Somebody get this man a beer. He deserves it. He deserves that beer. But without further ado, cue that intro. Are you ready for the best damn NFL show on the planet? Man Hour Nation, rise up.
Yeah, hey, let's go. Hitting that gridiron, we going hard, we running the plays. You know the vibe, only the strong survive. Gotta keep your head in the game. Talking NFL, uncut, straight raw. Steady bringing that sauce. We about to take off. Get it hype, this man, our sport talk. Yeah. From the quarterback to the lineman, everybody bringing heat. You don't really want to try them. Hey, who gon' win? It's a battle of the giants. This show is the flyest. Nobody can deny it. This is Man Hour. Sport Talk. Man Hour. Sport Talk. What team you reppin'? We keep it interesting. Who caught another down? Who got that interception? This is Man Hour. Sport Talk. Man Hour. Sport Talk. What team you reppin'? We keep it interesting. Who caught another down? Who got that interception? Let's go.
And happy Monday, Man Hour Nation, and all you pigskin pundits out there. Happy Monday. This is March 11th, 2024. Beautiful day out here in southern Indiana. And if you guys are out there enjoying the weather right now, you should, because spring fever is a real thing, and I got some spring fever. NFL league season does start in 2 days here, but before we get too carried away, too deep in today's show, guys, NFLtoday.co is live. We are still doing a little bit of tinkering, a little bit of formal things. But guys, head over there to NFLtoday.co. Let me know what you think, what you like, what you dislike. We got stats, we got scores, we got blogs. And of course, the forums are coming as live as well. We ran into a couple hiccups with that over the weekend. But if you are not a pigskin pundit already, you should be, for one. Click on the link in the description below. Become a pigskin pundit. New merch will be rolling out to all the pigskin pundits April 1st. We'll get those orders shipped out to each and every one of you. But you guys would have already got a preview of the NFLtoday.co website well before anybody else. But guys, this is a live interactive show. The comments are encouraged. Feel free to talk your stuff, but be ready to defend yourself down below because this is live, raw, uncut. The thoughts are usually off the top of my dome. I don't go out there and have a research team or have people talking to my ear or do whatever this. Off the top of the dome, to be ready to defend yourself, but we got to welcome some people into the chat here. We got a beautiful chat group, all you toxic individuals out there. And my man, XD Gamer, is already in the chat. He says, what's good and good morning. Good morning to you, XD Gamer. He says, my Jacksonville Jaguars got a new center. Did they? I have not heard that yet. Of course, I really haven't been out there on the old interwebs as of this morning, but I will be definitely getting the news out there as I see it rolling in. And Jim Powell is in the chat this morning as well. He's a pigskin pundit. My man's getting a beautiful shirt here in a few weeks, Jim. They'll be rolling out. Probably about a month till it gets to your front door. But if you guys are not a pigskin pundit, Jim is. He loves it. But he says, here we go. Here we go. Now Pittsburgh has to make room for the next Lombardi. We're going to get into that. Russell Wilson does go to the Pittsburgh Steelers. That is a part of our no way here on this beautiful Monday morning. We have Sweet Caroline in the chat. What's up, Caroline? Good morning to you as well. Fine young lady. She says, good morning, Man Hour Nation. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And Jim Powell says, Buddy Brister 2.0. I don't want to go that far for like Russ, but we'll definitely get into with some Russ Wilson talk with the way or no way here on this beautiful Monday. And guys, we got some great news over here at Man Hour. We got some great news. As you guys know, I've been kind of off and on the last few weeks. I've been dealing with a few medical issues, but we are free and in the clear. We are free and clear. We are going to the moon, baby. Going to the moon, going to the moon, going to the moon. Jacksonville Jaguars got a new quarterback controversy as well. I forgot all about that. We'll be talking about that. Wayne G is in the chat as well. It says Jacksonville Jaguars got a new backup quarterback too. Patriots fleeced him for a 6th round pick. So I actually did not have that on my rundown. That totally just went over my head when the Russell Wilson news came out, like 1 o'clock in the morning. And then we got the Baker Mayfield news, Chris Jones, and all these running backs. I totally forgot about Mac Jones. Guys, Mac Jones has reportedly been traded to the Jacksonville Jaguars for a 6th round pick. Trevor Lawrence, guys, now has a quarterback competition down there in the big Jacksonville, Florida. Let's just be honest. I know many people are saying, oh, Mac Jones is nothing but a bust. Mac Jones has nothing but a noodle arm. Mac Jones has this, he has that. He isn't nothing. But guys, Trevor Lawrence really hasn't been all that in a bag of chips either. I believe Wayne G, your co-host from a couple years ago, Sully said, if you were to build Trevor Lawrence in a lab, this will be your prototypical quarterback. Listen, Trevor Lawrence has all the intangibles. He has the height. He has the stunning good looks. He has the nose. He has the arm that can throw forever. He has the IQ. He has everything you want in a quarterback except for the performance on the field. Trevor Lawrence has been kind of up and down. Let's just be honest. Yes, he led the Jacksonville Jaguars to the playoffs 2 seasons ago, led them from a 28-point deficit. But last year, they were supposed to run away with the South. Tennessee Titans, quarterback controversy. Who are we going to start? Ryan Tannehill, Will Levis. Who was our guy? Houston Texans were supposed to be in rebuilding mode still, right? 2nd overall pick, 3rd overall pick. The Indianapolis Colts rookie quarterback Gardner Minshew is going to be the mentor, right? You don't really know what direction. Rookie head coach. What do we do, right? Jacksonville Jaguars supposed to win that division and run away with it. Well, guess what? They did it. They didn't even make the playoffs, all because of Trevor Lawrence. Guys, the Jacksonville Jaguars may have gotten a steal in Mac Jones. The Jacksonville Jaguars may have picked up the deal of this free agency in 2024. A 6th-round pick from a former 1st-round pick, all because you did not support the guy, past regimes, Bill Belichick and the boys. Mayo said, get him out of town. We want to start fresh. We want to draft a Jaden Daniels. We don't want any type of quarterback controversy. Guys, there's a quarterback controversy right now in Jacksonville. Now, obviously, it is Trevor Lawrence's job to lose. 100%. It is his job to lose. Ain't no way how. But if Mac Jones comes in there and he performs like he did his rookie season, and Trevor Lawrence performs like he has been, oh, man, are the Trevor Lawrence lovers going to be so pissed off. Going to be so pissed off when that happens. Caroline says, I'm happy for us. We'll get into the rest talk. We'll get into the trust talk. Jerry Judy, the Cleveland, yes. So, guys, let's get into the comments here, guys. What do you guys think? Did the Jacksonville Jaguars get a steal in Mac Jones? Jim says the Jags have a new quarterback controversy as well. They do. It is a quarterback controversy. Let's just be honest. They need to worry about it. Chris Jones got his big bag. Listen, Chris Jones actually took a pay cut. He's getting like $19 million guaranteed. There, what's it? It was $95 million guaranteed with like an extra $30 million in incentives or something like that. Chris Jones actually took a pay cut to stay in Kansas City, like $19.5 million. I believe it was. Last year he was getting some type of $20 million. It is. Caroline says, I'm happy for Russell Wilson, though at least the Steelers signed him the right contract this time. Denver didn't go do his contract. We'll be getting deep into the Russell Wilson talk. Jim says Mac Jones will be fine as long as they stay out of Florida's sun under Lawrence's nose. Mac Jones is a very fair-skinned individual like myself right now. Very fair-skinned, afraid of the sun. Maybe Florida isn't the best place for him, but I think he's from Florida or something like that. He's from like Atlanta or Florida, somewhere. I think that was what the big deal was. Like, oh, he's going home. He is going home to do this and do that and whatever, yada, yada, yada. But, guys, I want to get into the running back situation. I want to talk about the running backs of the 2024 NFL free agency class. Some notable names. You have Saquon Barkley that rushed for 962 yards last year, 6 touchdowns, 3 yards per carry. Derrick Henry, 1,167 yards last season, 12 touchdowns, 4.2 yards per carry. Of course, then you got Josh Jacobs, 805 yards last season for 6 touchdowns, 3.5 yards per carry. Tony Pollard, 1,005 yards with 6 touchdowns. DeAndre Swift, 1,049 yards with 5 touchdowns. And Austin Eckler, 628 yards for 5 touchdowns. These are some of the notable free agent running backs this season. Many people are saying that this is the year that the running backs set the market back. This is the year that the running backs show their worth. This is the year of this, and this, and this. Well, let's just be honest. There are what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 big name running backs right now. There are 6 running backs that I would love to have on the Kansas City Chiefs right now. I would love to have on the Dallas Cowboys right now. I would love that. But let's just be honest. The running backs are a dime a dozen in the NFL. We just don't use running backs like we used to. They're not worth it anymore. This is what you do. You use and abuse the running backs for 4 to 5 years, franchise tag them once, maybe twice, and then let them walk. Let them go to free agency. You do exactly what the Giants did. Franchise tag Saquon Barkley, use and abuse him for 5 years, and then let him walk. The NFL tag for the running back this season is around $11.9 million. Obviously, the franchise tag period is come and gone. So these 6 guys are going to be looking for a little bit more than $12 million a season to run the ball. But with that being said, these 6 running backs are not going to set the market in the free agency. These 6 running backs are not going to change the ways of the running back. These 6 running backs are not going to be 20, 30, 40 million dollars a year type of players. Because in the end, all 6 of these running backs have a little something left in the tank. May not be a whole lot, but they got a little something left in the tank. Maybe 2 years worth. I'm not trying to dog anybody. I'm trying to turn over a new leaf here at the Man Hour. I'm not trying to dog anybody, but let's just be honest. The average life of a running back is 6 to 7 years. All of these running backs are on their 6th or 7th year besides Tony Pollard. These guys are going to set the running back market. They are. But they're going to show you that even a top-tier running back is only worth about $6, $7, $8 million a season. It is what it is. Now, with that being said, there are some old heads in the NFL. Now, there are some old heads in the NFL that you could put potentially saying, hey, we're going to run the ball more. Greg Roman, right, in LA with the Coach Harbaugh. Maybe they want to run the ball more. Maybe they want to bring back the old school run it down your throat ball running. Oh, but they have Justin Herbert. Why would you not use and abuse your $100 million quarterback? You paid that man. Let him eat. Oh, but Andy Reid has shown that you can run the ball with Isaiah Pacheco and win back-to-back Super Bowls. Okay. You still have Patrick freaking Mahomes. Unfortunately, Isaiah Pacheco is going to probably walk away from the Kansas City Chiefs in the next 2 years. Might franchise tag him, maybe. But Kansas City Chiefs fan, enjoy number 10 while you can. Oh, Coach Mayo from the Patriots are going to run and abuse the ball with Stevenson and all that stuff. Okay, sure. Because they have a new quarterback. It is what it is. Caroline's in the chat here. Let me jump over the chat here. She says, did you see the Eagles players went to the Chicago Bears? Yes, it was Kevin Baird, whatever his name is, did sign a deal with the Chicago Bears. He said he did not want to test free agency. Went to Chicago Bears. Caroline also says, I hope the Giants keep Saquon Barkley. I don't at all. I hope the New York Giants are the worst team in the NFL. I hope they go out and they sign somebody like Josh Jacobs to a stupid deal, or Austin Eckler, or Tony Pollard, right? Maybe Tony Pollard and Saquon Barkley will like switch spots. And then they draft a quarterback, right? I hope it is a complete dumpster fire in New York. And this is not a Dallas Cowboys fan speaking. It is a, why did you give Daniel Jones that type of contract speaking? I wish nothing but ill will for the Giants moving forward. But Saquon Barkley has a lot of left. He needs to get a ring before he has nothing left. You can also say that about Derrick Henry. You can say that about DeAndre Swift or Austin Eckler. I mean, really though, like a lot of these people, right? A lot of these people want to get Super Bowl rings. I mean, I feel everybody in the NFL, the ultimate goal is to get a Super Bowl ring. The ultimate goal is to be a Super Bowl MVP. The ultimate goal is to win back-to-back 3-time Super Bowl champions, right? Well, guess what? The only way that's going to happen is if you go to a team that's already established. So Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, Tony Pollard, DeAndre Swift, Austin Eckler. If you guys want to win a Super Bowl this season, as in 2024, you better go to the 49ers. You better go to the Detroit Lions. You better go to the Kansas City Chiefs. You better go to the Dallas Cowboys. You better go to the Green Bay Packers. Because your current teams that you are on are not going to win a championship. John Peoples has become a member. He's a bronze member. What's up, John? Thank you for becoming a member here. Newest pigskin pundit. He'll be getting his shirt in the mail come like April. Jim says, but Herbert isn't that guy. So when we look at Justin Herbert, many people say he's not that guy. Jim, example here, says Justin Herbert is not that guy. Well, the Chargers ownership paid him to be that guy. Coach Harbaugh is keeping him around to be that guy. Justin Herbert has to be that guy. No way, shape, or about it. Justin Herbert has to be that guy. I don't care if he's not the guy, but guess what? He has to be that guy, Jim. He has to be that guy. He's getting paid to be the guy. It is like you, Jim. Let's say you get hired by, let's say, McDonald's. They hire you to be a manager, right? Oh, but I'm only good at taking people's money in the cash register and taking their orders. Well, I need you to manage this team, Jim. I'm paying you to be this to be the manager. Oh no, I'm just going to worry about the cashier. Like, it doesn't work like that. You are getting paid a lot of money to manage a restaurant, and you only want to be on the register? Get out of here. Get out of here. Kevin Cummings in the chat. What's up, Kevin? He says, Chargers effed up by hiring Greg Roman. Did they? Did they, though? Maybe that was the issue with the Chargers the whole time. Maybe that was the issue with the Chargers the whole time. It was like Jim said, Herbert isn't that guy. They hire somebody like Greg Roman to take maybe pressure off of Justin Herbert. Hey, we're going to run the ball 60% of the time, Justin. You just don't got to suck for 40% of the time. Can you handle that? Maybe this was the best hiring ever by the Chargers. I don't know. Johnny Braun's in the house, says John. Correction. The New Jersey Giants. Correction. New York doesn't claim any professional teams besides the Buffalo Bills. Choke artist. If you're not a choker, you don't belong in New York. Sorry, Giants. Sorry, Jets. Go back to Jersey. Go back to Jersey where the Statue of Liberty faces the other way. We don't care about you. Good morning from John over there. Flipping back and forth from Facebook to YouTube. Thank you for that. Caroline says, I want to see where Justin Simmons ends up now that he's a safety. I want him to go to a winning team. Justin Simmons is a good outside linebacker. I don't know why you want to move him to safety. But if the Kansas City Chiefs decide to trade Javarius Sneed here in the next 2, 3, 4 days, maybe he'll end up in good old KC. Herbert is like Eli Manning 2.0. Is that a 1 touchdown to 1 interception ratio comparison or a 2-time winning Super Bowl comparison, Kevin? Because when you talk about Eli Manning, you got to put some respect on the man's name. The man does have 2 Super Bowl rings. How did his rap go? You can't call Tom Brady the GOAT because I beat him twice. Oh, right. I mean, it is what it is. Or are you saying that Eli has really good points, really low points? Really good points, really low points. Kevin also says that Greg Roman is never the answer. If you think Greg Roman is the answer, you are wrong. Casey Morgan's in the chat. What's up, Casey? Says the NFL app just alerted that T. Higgins is requesting a trade. What? What? Yeah, I just got it as well 10 minutes ago. What is going on in Cincinnati? T. Higgins requesting a trade, but why? Because he's not going to get paid? You can't get paid like a number one receiver, Mr. T. Higgins, when you are the number 3 receiver on your team. We talked about this, last week, 2 weeks ago. I said that T. Higgins was the glue. No, it was Tyler Boyd. I'm sorry. But T. Higgins is a very intimate part of that team as well. Let's just be honest. He's second fiddle to Jamar Chase. You can't be second fiddle and expect first wide receiver money, and you can't expect everybody to get paid millions upon millions of dollars and not win the Super Bowl. All right, guys. It is time to get into a little bit of way or no way. If you guys do not know what no or way is, it is very, very simple. I've been out there trolling the old interwebs. I've been putting stuff out there. I've been putting some feelers, and I've been gathering what you guys have been saying over here in the chats. It's chats as well. And we're going to put out a statement. We're going to determine if it's a way. I agree with that. Or if it's a no way. That is the most hogwash, stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. It is very, very simple. I want you guys to play along in the comments as I like as well, because this is a live, interactive show. Definitely want you to talk your shit down there in the comments, because this is a live, raw, uncut, and I'll come back at you, baby. But with that being said, the first way or no way of the day, we got to talk about the man, the myth, the legend. Team 3, RW3, Russell Wilson says he will be signing with the Pittsburgh Steelers. He will be playing on the league minimum of $1.2 million this season, because he's already getting paid $39 million by the Denver Broncos. So whatever, it's just pocket change to him at the end of the day. But we got to ask the question, way or no way, does this make him the de facto starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers in 2024? When we look at the Pittsburgh Steelers, the last couple of seasons, their biggest downfall has been, let's just be honest, the quarterback position. Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh Steelers have not fully bought in to Kenny Pickett, and it shows on his confidence on and off the field. On the other hand, Kenny Pickett was not a top 10 pick. Kenny Pickett was a 20th overall pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers just 3 years ago. He is entering the 3rd year of his career. So it is time to put up or shut up now, right? When I proposed this question out there on our Pigskin Pundit page, and I also posted it on Twitter and Discord, I've seen fans say anybody but Kenny Pickett. I don't care if it's Aaron Rodgers. I don't care if it's Colin Kaepernick. I don't care if it's Mason Rudolph. I don't care if it's Tuda. Anybody but Kenny Pickett. Pittsburgh fans do not like Kenny Pickett. Could it be the 2,000 yards that he threw last season to 6 touchdowns to 4 interceptions with the 81.4 QBR ranking? Granted, it was just 12 games, but could that be it? Could it be the fact that every time he steps on the field and throws the ball, it's like, oh. Kenny Pickett is a man that we don't know if the ball is going to go sailing 80 yards, perfect touchdown to George Pickens, or underthrow 20 yards. Anybody but Kenny Pickett, they are saying. So way or no way does this make the Russell Wilson the de facto starting quarterback in Pittsburgh in 2024? Guys, this is a way. This is a way. Russell Wilson will be the starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers in 2024. Last season, Russell Wilson did throw for 3,070 yards, 26 touchdowns to 8 interceptions for a 98 QBR ranking. This was all despite proving his coach, Sean Payton, wrong. Sean Payton wanted to bench him and cut him all season long, but you know what? Russ is like, you know what? I'm going to go out there and ball. I'm going to do me, and I'm going to do my best to get you guys into the playoffs. Do you guys remember the Denver Broncos were in the heat of a playoff run? They were a heat of a playoff battle. Russell Wilson, rumors were saying he's going to get cut, get benched, do this, whatever, yada, yada, yada. He ultimately got benched. But the man still balled. Guys, let's remember the last time that Russell Wilson had a great defense. Pittsburgh Steelers have a great defense. Top 5, top 3 defense in the NFL. They're a damn good defense. When Russell Wilson is able to manage the game, to go out there and nickel and dime it down the field, quote, let Russ cook, a.k.a. don't do anything stupid, let the defense win you the game, they won a Super Bowl. They should have won 2. But we all know how beast mode feels about that. Guys, this move by the Pittsburgh Steelers puts him in Super Bowl conversation right now. Russell Wilson is a Super Bowl winning quarterback at 36 years old. He is going to manage you the game. He is going to demand the respect. He is going to let the players' ability, make the players around him better, but also letting the defense win him some games. This is a way. This is 100% way. Let's jump back over here in the comments here. KC sucks, says John. No, you suck. John says, I'll be back. Sales meeting. Make those sales, baby. Casey Milson says, Wilson is over the hill. He may have had 1 or 2 games, but his time is up. Listen, Russell Wilson doesn't have to be great in Pittsburgh. Russell Wilson can be an average quarterback. 15, 16, 17th type of tier quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they're going to win a lot of games. That defense is killer. Manage me the game, Russ. That is all you got to do, man. All you have to do is manage me the game. Caroline says, could be way because him and Kenny Pickett will go at it for the top spot. Listen, over the next week or 2 that the league season is open and trading is a thing and signing players and right before draft, we are going to see what type of person, what kind of man Kenny Pickett is. Is Kenny Pickett open for this competition? Because let's just be honest. Russell Wilson is going to battle you for your starting position. Are you going to be okay going to work every day, having to consistently look over your shoulder? Granted, he's been doing that for the past 2 seasons, but this time it's a real thing. Mason Rudolph was never a starting quarterback in the NFL. He was a good, hey, I need you to go in there and not suck for like a game. Yes, he did play 3 or 4 really, really good games, right? But that's besides the point. We're going to see what type of person Kenny Pickett is. Does Kenny Pickett want to battle or does he want out? Over the next 2-3 days, are we going to see an alert come from NFL.com and say that Kenny Pickett is demanding a trade? If he does, I think his career in the NFL might be done. He's going to have to go to a warm weather team where the ball is a little bit softer. It's Mr. Small Hands himself. But it is what it is. Arthur Brown's in the chat. What's up, Arthur Brown? He says, he makes the Steelers way better. Not just a little better, but way better, he says. What's up, man? Hope you're having a grand old day. Enjoy the weather. John says, they make the playoffs to lose to the Raiders. Oh, my Lord. Can we put this Raider stuff to bed right here? I've said it, and I'm going to say it again. And Antonio Pierce will be fired by week 8. Mark those words. Time stamp it March 11th, 10:35 a.m. here on the East Coast time. Antonio Pierce will be fired by week 8. And the Las Vegas Raiders won't win over 5 games this season. They won't. 5 games. Your guys' Super Bowl was last Christmas when you beat the Kansas City Chiefs. You'll be living on the prayer of that Super Bowl. Oh, we beat the Kansas City Chiefs Christmas Day. We beat them Christmas Day. Let's hang the banner. Let's get rings. Kevin says adding Russell Wilson can't hurt the Steelers. Right. It makes them Super Bowl contending. Adding a talent like Russell Wilson makes the Pittsburgh Steelers a Super Bowl contending team. Hell, last year, when they made the playoffs, I'm like, oh, crapalones. Can this team upset the Buffalo Bills? I was banking on it. I was really hoping that the Pittsburgh Steelers were going to make it. But then I'm like, oh, shit. The Chiefs can't beat the Steelers when they get this hot. But yeah, he can't hurt. We already seen that comment. They're doubling up again. Raiders in the playoffs? What are you smoking? Exactly. Las Vegas Raiders, worry about keeping people out of jail first. All right? Worry about Mr. Henry Ruggs III flying 145 mile an hour down the field. Hey, guys, speaking of which, he should be on work release here in like the next 7 months. No. Raiders are not making the playoffs next season. If the Raiders do make the playoffs next season, I will get me a Max Crosby jersey, and I will wear it on the show every playoff game that they win, which will be 0. Casey says, I am more interested of why the Jags want Mac Jones when they have Trevor Lawrence. We saw it last year, Casey. We saw it last year where the backup quarterback is a very valuable position, right? Was it every team but 4 played their backup quarterback at least one game? I think the only teams that didn't do it were the Chiefs, were the Dallas Cowboys, the Green Bay Packers, and the Baltimore Ravens were the only 4 teams that did not start up a backup quarterback last season. So a backup quarterback is a very powerful tool out there. And you're getting a former first round pick for a 6th round draft pick as a backup quarterback. This is just like when the Dallas Cowboys went and got Trey Lance for a 4th or 5th round pick. It is a great piece to add to your collection, right? Because at some point, if Trevor Lawrence does stay starting quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars, which he probably will, he's going to want to be the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. And if he's not performing, you have Mac Jones waiting in the wings that knows the system. You have Mac Jones as that would now be in the system for two years, right? Let Trevor Lawrence walk, trade him away. Insert Mac Jones, former first round pick, and give him the Baker Mayfield trade treatment. Hey, here's $4 million. See what you got. I like it. I like it a lot. John says, way. John also says the Broncos will end up in last place again. Probably. I mean, I feel it is between the Broncos and Chargers. So, or sorry, not the Broncos and Chargers. Yeah, probably the Broncos and Chargers. Broncos have been rebuild mode since Manny retired. That is not wrong. Not wrong. Arthur Brown says yes, but not Super Bowl talk. Arthur Brown says the Pittsburgh Steelers are better with Russell Wilson, but not Super Bowl talk yet. Not yet. Slow it down, baby. Slow it down. Slow it down. But hey, we got it. You guys, I love the comments. Your hater card is showing Brian Hoyer jersey. I'm not wearing a Brian Hoyer jersey. The man just got cut from like his 15th team. Kevin says, Crosby is the only good player that the Raiders have. True. But I am going to get a white van, black out the windows. I mean, like blackout. Grow the Adrian like O'Connell mustache and wear his jersey. I bet you I get all the ladies. Granted, they won't be over 16, but hey. Caroline says, I also question I also question too, and I don't know if you can answer this, but how does Mitchell Trubisky keep getting signed when he's like one of the worst backup quarterbacks there is in the NFL? So if you guys do not know, Mitchell Trubisky and the Buffalo Bills did agree to terms. I believe it was like a 2-year, $5 million deal to be the backup quarterback in Buffalo again. He was a backup quarterback in Buffalo 3 seasons ago. But nonetheless, he is a backup quarterback to Josh Allen. I don't think Mitchell Trubisky was a bad quarterback in Chicago. Caroline, right? Caroline, yeah. I think Mitchell Trubisky just got a bad rap. Mitchell Trubisky did lead the Bears to 2 playoff seasons. He was 12-4 one of those seasons. He spent 4 years in Chicago. 2 of those times he was in the playoffs. Then they shipped him out of town to get Justin Fields. And what are they doing now? Shipping Justin Fields out of town. Granted, I don't think Mitchell Trubisky is a top 10, top 15 quarterback in the league, even when he was in his, quote, prime in Chicago. He is a good game-managing quarterback. He will go out there and he can be a good stop holder while Josh Allen gets healthy again. You need a great backup quarterback in the NFL. Mitchell Trubisky, Mac Jones, Kenny Pickett are all going to be really, really good backup quarterbacks in the NFL. Look at the Kansas City Chiefs. Chase Daniels. He floated from team to team to team for the longest time, but he was like a backup quarterback for the whole time Patrick Mahomes has been there. 3 years ago against the Denver Broncos when Patrick Mahomes dislocated his kneecap, he came in there and he won his 3 out of the 4 games. You need a quarterback like Mitchell Trubisky on your roster. Former first-round pick, knows what it takes to win some games, and knows what it like to be a starting quarterback. John is back here in the chat trying to defend his Raiders. Got Devontae Adams, got Josh Jacobs, Abdullah. Well, the only player that's going to be back on the roster is probably Devontae Adams. Everybody else wants gone. Josh Jacobs wants out of town. Abdullah, I think they actually just signed him, right? But Max Crosby wants out of town. Max Crosby wants to come over to the right side of the Kansas City Chiefs. Arthur Brown says AFC West is going to be the worst division in football. Too early to tell, but on paper right now, probably. Unless you want to throw the NFC West in there. Now, that's not trying to take away from the San Francisco 49ers. Slow it down, faithful by the Bay fans that only show up when the team is like winning. Slow it down. But the NFC West might be one of the worst divisions in football as well. Yes, the Rams did have a great season last season, which I told you they were going to make the playoffs, which they ultimately didn't. Did they? No, they didn't. Yeah, they did. But the Seahawks and Cardinals are kind of just like the Broncos and Raiders of the West. I don't know. It is tough to say. It is definitely tough to say, but we will see. Casey says Broncos are a prime example of when a team is heavily built on one player who retires and then puts the whole team in rebuild mode for years later. Exactly the point. Didn't the Raiders do that? They're a Super Bowl run, right? They built everything around a couple centerpieces. Those centerpieces get hurt, retired, get traded. The team falls apart and never recovers. It was with what? Rich Gannon, Josh Gruden, and who was the big receiver that y'all had that Super Bowl run? Caroline says, on paper, we know KC will be the best. Actually, that's a false statement, Caroline. If you look at paper right now, on paper, the Chargers are the best team in the AFC West. They have all the freaking talent in the world. Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler, Mike Williams, Justin Herbert, Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack. They have the best roster on paper. Just can't do it. Just can't do it. Was Joey Porter the big receiver for the Raiders at the year they won the Super Bowl? Could have been. I don't know. I do not know. Wasn't Jerry Porter a linebacker for the Steelers? I don't know. It is what it is. Next up here, guys, on the beautiful Monday edition of Man Hour, head over to NFLtoday.co. New website. It's out there live. We got the blogs. We got the stats. We got the scores. We got all the good stuff here. But Baker Mayfield, guys. Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers agreed to a 3-year, $115 million deal with the Bucs. Baker Mayfield betted on himself last season. The Bucs signed him off the waiver wire, $4 million deal, saying, hey, here's a $4 million deal. We'll see if you make the team or not. He ultimately did beat out Kyle Trask for the starting position. And if you guys remember 2 years ago, he was traded from the Panthers. Actually, he was traded from the Browns to the Panthers, went from the Panthers to the Rams, and ultimately did win a game with the Rams. But nonetheless, Baker Mayfield signs a 3-year, $115 million deal. Guys, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers did win the South last season. So, guys, way or no way, with this signing of Baker Mayfield to the 3-year, $115 million deal, make the Bucs the front runners of the South again. When we look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers before the salary cap increase was released, I feel the Buccaneers did not think they were going to re-sign Mike Evans. I think the Buccaneers didn't think they were going to sign Baker Mayfield either. But that extra $30, $40 million boost that they did get said, oh, we can make some deals happen. The Bucs are trying to keep this team intact. Trying to keep the core intact with Winfield, Mike Evans, Baker Mayfield. They want to keep this team intact. But when we look at the NFC South, this potentially could be the most wide open division again in 2024. When we speak on it, March 11th, 2024, well before the NFL season has started, well before the draft, well before preseason and training camp and like all that stuff, there's a lot of what ifs in the NFC South. What if Justin Fields comes to the Falcons? What if Kirk Cousins goes to the Falcons, right? What if the Carolina Panthers get a nice running back piece and a wide receiver piece? What if Derek Carr can actually be the Derek Carr that we've known in Las Vegas and Oakland and LA and can translate that into New Orleans? What if, right? But as we look at it on paper right now, strictly off of the nice piece of paper that we have right here in front of us, there should be no reason why the Tampa Bay Buccaneers do not win the NFC South again. There should be no reason. As of right now, no team in the NFC South has gotten better. Let's take it one step further. Every team in the NFC South has gotten worse. Granted, this is 2 days before league season starts, before the draft. But Michael Thomas, probably going to be gone in New Orleans. Desmond Ridder, confidence getting shaken each and every day. We want Justin Fields. We want Kirk Cousins. We're going to do this. Desmond Ridder is going to be a shell of himself this season if he's a starting quarterback of the Atlanta Falcons. Just from all the rumors, the Carolina Panthers have not gotten better. They haven't. So where, no way, does this deal make the Tampa Bay Buccaneers a front runner for the NFC South? As of right now, yes. As of right now, yes. It has to be. Who else is there? Who else is there? Let's go ahead and jump back in the comments here. You guys are killing it today. Absolutely love it. Thank you guys for joining us there. But Robert Defoe says Joey Porter was the linebacker for the Steelers. Jerry Porter was the receiver for the Raiders. Thank you for clearing that up. I thought it was a Porter, but I couldn't remember if it was Joey or Jerry. Good point here. Caroline says some say is good, and some say that is Tampa going to regret it. Listen, Baker Mayfield is a dog. When you look up a definition of a dog, D-A-W-G, the dog, Baker Mayfield's picture should be there. Baker Mayfield comes and performs each and every week when all odds are against him. In Cleveland, he tore his labrum or a rotator cuff or something, right? Still led the Browns to the playoffs. Hell, he got their first playoff win in, 30-some-odd years. They were killing it with Baker Mayfield, and then all of a sudden, Deshaun Watson. Went to Carolina. He was not doing terrible, but not doing great either. I remember vividly, I was watching a Carolina Panthers game, and Baker Mayfield ultimately got benched. I think it was because they were doing too good. Let's just be honest. And the people in the booth saying he would be a great college broadcaster. Traded to L.A. Traded on a Thursday, won a game for the L.A. Rams on Sunday. Let's go, baby. Went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers off of a waiver wire. Nobody wanted him. Every team said, no, we don't want Baker. No, we want Baker. No, we don't want Baker. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers like, oh, we could use a QB3. Brady's gone. Kyle Trask is our guy moving forward. We need a QB3 or a backup. Here's $4 million, Baker. Sit on the bench. Baker said, oh, no. Hold my beer. I'm taking that starting spot. Led the Buccaneers to the playoffs. And a playoff win. Guys, Baker Mayfield is the guy. If people are saying that Tampa is going to regret it, those are Baker Mayfield haters. I think there are two people in this world. Either you love Baker Mayfield or you hate Baker Mayfield. There is no middle ground for Baker Mayfield whatsoever. Either you love him or you hate him. There is no middle ground for Baker Mayfield, and I ultimately don't know why. Kevin says, Tampa Bay and Buccaneers, I like it. I like it too. I like it even more now that Mike Evans is back, right? Now, if they could figure out that running game, solidify that a little bit, maybe 2 playoff wins. Casey says Baker belongs in Tampa Bay. Just seems a better fit for him than the Browns. I feel like when he was in Cleveland, they were always looking for an excuse to get rid of him. It is kind of like when you're dating a girl and everything's just, it's like almost too easy, right? You know, you can basically treat her like crap. Say, hey, I'm going to go do this like with the boys you figured out. You lie to her like all, or not lie, but false truths, right? And she just keeps saying, oh, I love you. I care about you, yada, yada, yada. That's what the Cleveland Browns were to Baker Mayfield. The Cleveland Browns were the guy doing anything and everything to push Baker Mayfield away, but he just kept saying, oh, no. We'll figure it out. Let's do this. Let's do this. And finally, somebody more attractive, more willing to put out, no pun intended, give them the world, and he's done nothing but shit on you. I don't know. But yeah, I think you're right, Casey. Baker does belong in Tampa. John says way. The Buccaneers are the front runner. Caroline says way. The Buccaneers are the front runner. Well, yeah, says Kevin. Cleveland treated him like shit. Arthur Brown says, way. If they keep everybody on the offense, it is a way. So far, they are keeping everybody on the offense. Everybody that was a significant piece to that roster, they could cut out every running back out there, and they would probably be a hell of a lot better. But it is what it is. John asked the question: Saquon in Tampa. I don't know. I heard rumors of Derrick Henry going to Miami because that's where I guess that's where he is from. I didn't know that. But Saquon Barkley to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, team him up with Baker Mayfield, kind of two outcasts, right? Well, let's just be honest. Saquon Barkley was kind of an outcast in New York. Last season, he said all the right things. He literally said, I want to stay here. I want to be a New York Giant for life. And they're like, you're being too clingy. Get out of here. Listen, Saquon Barkley to Tampa doesn't sound that bad. I think Saquon Barkley is going to want to be in a prove-it mode all season long. But I think Saquon wants to go to a team in the NFC East to stick it to the Giants twice a season. But hey, it is what it is. Casey says, let's jump back over to the chat here. I feel Kirk Cousins is going to the Patriots. We said it last week, right? It makes the most sense. Granted, that was before Mac Jones got traded. I said, hey, Kirk Cousins to the Patriots makes sense. Let Mac Jones take a step back, cool down from the fire, refuel his fire, come back in a couple of seasons, boom, and bang it in there. But Patriots had the third overall pick. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Third overall pick. Probably going to draft a quarterback. Whether it is, I don't think Caleb Williams is going to drop below 2. So whether it's Jaden Daniels or Bo Nix or maybe J.J. McCarty, I don't know. But I feel like they're going to draft a quarterback, and Kirk Cousins would be there to strictly be a backup at that particular point. I think Kirk Cousins has some life left in him, and it'd be dumb of the Patriots to overpay for Kirk Cousins to be a backup. Unless you do the Patrick Mahomes treatment. Draft a quarterback, knowing damn well that he has time to grow with the system. With Kirk Cousins, I don't know. It makes sense on paper, makes sense in our minds, but physically seeing it, I don't know if it makes sense. John Switcher's in the chat. What is up, Mon? John, good morning. Good morning. $1.2 million for Big Russ. That's penny in the NFL today. So why not bring the vet in for record and learn from Kenny Pickett from? Like I said, like I just said about the old Kirk Cousins there. Everything makes sense on paper, right? On paper, that makes perfect sense. Look what the New York Jets tried to do last season, right? Bring in Aaron Rodgers, mentor Zach Wilson. Let's just be honest. The only reason why Zach Wilson was on the roster last season because Aaron Rodgers said Zach Wilson's staying. The minute Aaron Rodgers roster failed last season, Randall Cobb, McCole Hardman, Devontae Cook, right? All those old heads. Where's Russell Wilson now? Sorry, Zach Wilson now. The Jets said, go find a trade suitor. We're not even going to do it for you. Go find your own trade suitor. Get a seventh round pick. Just get out of town. I'm not saying that's going to happen in Pittsburgh. I said it about an hour ago here on the show. We will see what kind of man Kenny Pickett is in the upcoming weeks. Does he request a trade? Does he come out and be supportive of Russ? I think Russell Wilson will be the de facto starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers moving forward. but we will see what happens moving forward. There's still a lot of guys. We still have the draft to go through. We still have off season to get through. The NFL season doesn't start for what? 2 more days. The free agency frenzy is starting now, right? But nothing's official for 2 more days. March 13th. It is what it is. Guys, there's a lot of comments that I did not get to today, and I totally apologize for that, but you guys destroyed the comments today. Absolutely appreciate it. This is live, raw, uncut. Talk your shit in the comments below. I encourage it, but be ready to defend yourself. But guys, that is going to be it for today's show. Man Hour, NFLtalk.com. Head over to NFLtoday.co. Check out the new and improved website. Blogs are up there, stats, scores, etc. Still working out a few things, but if you guys like the layout, let me know. If you hate it, let me know. Hit me up on Facebook at ManHourBuck, or you can hit me on the old Twitter machine at ManHour_Buck as well. But guys, that has been a great show for you today. We'll see you tomorrow. A lot more NFL free agent frenzy talk. Tomorrow's Tuesdays. We're going to overreact. We're going to overreact to some of these signings. Chris Jones signing. Let's overreact to that. Don't call him Big Russ. It is what it is, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. We out.